stage for this final part of the plenaries. The conference is very much not over, and there's lots still to look forward to this afternoon, and I hope all of you will diligently stay along to the end of the conference and visit all our 12 different sessions as part of the Innovation Zone, and I promise you it's very, very exciting this year. Particularly you might want to visit the Chamber, where we're having a special performance, and I know that it's really, really unique, so it's something worth going to see. So, as we come to the end of ICIC19, I just want to take a few moments, I won't keep you long, to talk about the work that's involved in bringing a conference to a country. I know you see IFIC staff, you see us all over the place at every conference, and you think, oh my God, how do they do all that? Really, we are only a very small part of it. The biggest part of the journey is that step when somebody says, I want to bring that conference to my country. How do I make that happen? And we get approached all the time, and especially at conferences. And I've had such genuinely great conversations with so many regions and countries who are thinking about bringing this big endeavour to their cities. I want to take a moment to just go through some of the people, and you'll know their names, who took that step over the years. And I'm just going to go back into my living memory of the foundation, even though it was going on long before me. So in 2013, we went to Berlin, and that was Helmut Hildebrandt, who is now the treasurer of the board. So you can see how important he has been to this journey, as he's been involved in it for so long. In 2014, we went to Brussels, and Rita Ritter has been here, and I'm sure many of you have met him. And in 2014, we went for the first time to Australia, and that was with David Perkins, who is also a member of our board. And we're now off to Australia for the third time, so going well there. In Edinburgh in 2015, it was Anne Hendry, now very much involved in the project that got Best Paper this year. Anne Hendry and her colleagues Donna Henderson and Mandy Andrews, and they're now leading up IFIC Scotland, and that idea was born in Edinburgh in 2015 and is now so well established and so well connected to the rest of the world. In 2015, later that year, we went to Mexico, over to Latin America for the first time, with another one of our board members, Galileo Hernandez Perez, and he has been at every single conference and is such a great link for us to different parts of the world. In 2016, we were closer to here with Albert Alonso in Barcelona with all his colleagues, Juan Carlos Cantel, Tic Salou, and brilliant, brilliant colleagues from Catalonia. Later that year, we went to New Zealand with Shelley Frost and Fiona Thompson from GP New Zealand, and you can see this year loads of New Zealand colleagues are still coming to all the events, even in Europe, and such a long distance, and winner of the runner-up paper, so I think it's paying off. Then in 2017 we were in Dublin with Anya Carroll and the HSE, and that started off the idea for IFIC Ireland. And so many delegates here from IFIC Ireland this year, including PJ Hartnett, Martin Lewis, Sloane Harper, and again that was where the idea for IFIC Ireland began, and that was launched last year. So we're still fledgling in Ireland, but we're getting there. In Brisbane we had Frank Tracy and the Children's Hospital Queensland, and again, so many of them here this year. Utrecht last year, we went for our 18th birthday to Goose Shrivers, who was the founder of the foundation in 2000, and colleagues Joran Strauss, Hink Nees, and our vice chair Marilla Minkman. So you're starting to hear all these familiar names who have been involved in the IFIC journey. Later that year, we launched IFIC Ireland in Dublin. And then we come to San Sebastian in 2019, and what a journey it has been. And I just want to really, really tell Caldo, Marissa and Annette, thank you, gracias, gracias, for such an excellent, excellent job. Nothing has been too much trouble. They have really been part of the organising team, and you can see the result. So, if you do want to bring a conference to a country, come talk to me. It might seem like an arduous journey, but it's not. It's always a great pleasure and very exciting, and every year is different. And just finally to say, yes, the hosts are vitally important to every conference, but so too are the sponsors. And I want to mention in particular IBM Watson Health and Hector Upagai, who has been part of our journey for many, many years, and in particular Tunstall Healthcare this year in San Sebastian. So again, I'm the person to contact. It's a worthy initiative to support these type of events because it offsets all kinds of costs for us. It allows us to bring, in particular, patients, carers, families, and those bursary places are there because we can afford to do it because of the finance that's put into the event. So that's it for me. So without further ado, I'm going to hand over to John Luis Diego, the General Manager of OSAKIDETZA Basque Health System, who has been one of the co-hosts, to say agur from San Sebastian. Thank you.